At 94, my doctor couldn't believe my test results showed biological markers of someone in their 60s. While friends my age need daily medications and assistance, I live completely drug-free and independent. My secret? 7 morning habits that take under 20 minutes but reverse decades of aging damage. The most shocking discovery, habit number 4 takes just 3 minutes, yet 91% of seniors ignore it completely. This single mistake destroys their mental sharpness and costs them their independence. But here's what terrifies doctors most. These habits work so well, they could put half the pharmaceutical industry out of business. The pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know what I'm about to reveal. Your body has the power to heal itself at any age when you give it exactly what it craves in those first precious morning moments. Strategic morning hydration, the foundation of cellular health. Every night while sleeping, your body loses approximately 1 liter of water through natural breathing and sweating. Yet most seniors wake up and immediately reach for coffee, tea, or other beverages that actually worsen dehydration. This seemingly innocent mistake triggers a cascade of problems affecting everything from joint mobility to brain function. It's completely preventable with a simple 30-second morning ritual. The connection between morning dehydration and accelerated aging is profound and scientifically documented. Johns Hopkins researchers discovered even mild dehydration decreases brain function by 27% and increases inflammation markers by 31% in adults over 65. This isn't just about feeling thirsty, it's about your body's fundamental ability to function optimally. When starting your day dehydrated, you're essentially handicapping every system from the moment you wake up. Consider Dorothy, an 81-year-old woman who suffered daily headaches and dizziness for years. Her doctors prescribed various treatments and medications, but nothing provided lasting relief. The breakthrough came when she discovered chronic morning dehydration was the root cause. Within weeks of implementing proper morning hydration, her headaches disappeared, energy improved, and overall quality of life transformed dramatically. The physiological impact extends far beyond simple discomfort. When dehydrated, synovial fluid in joints becomes more viscous and thick, increasing friction and wear with every movement. This directly contributes to morning stiffness so many seniors accept as inevitable. Simultaneously, brain cells require proper hydration to maintain electrical conductivity and efficiently remove metabolic waste accumulating during sleep. Without adequate morning hydration, these toxic byproducts remain in brain tissue longer, contributing to mental fog clouding many people's mornings and potentially accelerating long-term cognitive decline. The solution is remarkably simple, but timing and method are crucial for maximum effectiveness. Before bed each night, prepare a 16-ounce glass of room temperature water with just a small pinch of natural salt. Place it on your nightstand so it's the first thing you see when waking. Drink this entire glass immediately upon waking before coffee, tea, or breakfast. Room temperature is important because your body absorbs it more quickly than cold water. The tiny amount of salt helps cellular absorption through osmotic balance. This isn't about drinking more water throughout the day, though that's certainly beneficial. The specific advantage comes from breaking overnight dehydration immediately before introducing other substances that might interfere with hydration. For those finding plain water unpalatable first thing in the morning, adding a small squeeze of fresh lemon is acceptable, but avoid sweeteners or additives that could trigger insulin responses and interfere with morning metabolic processes. Effects of this habit are both immediate and cumulative. Within days, most people notice reduced joint stiffness and improved mental clarity. Within weeks, benefits often include better digestion, more stable energy levels, and even improved skin elasticity as hydration status normalizes. I've maintained this habit religiously for nearly 20 years, and it transformed my morning experience when I started at age 75. Your cells are dehydrated right now. Don't let another morning pass without giving them what they desperately need. Circadian aligned sunlight exposure, resetting your internal clock. Your body contains an intricate biological clock system governing everything from hormone production to immune function. It can be completely disrupted by missing one critical morning window. Stanford University's Sleep Sciences Center confirmed just 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight exposure resets circadian rhythms and boosts serotonin production by 42% in older adults. Yet University of Colorado studies found missing this critical morning sunlight window increases depression risk by 69% and disrupts sleep patterns within days. The science behind this is both fascinating and practical. Early morning sunlight contains specific wavelengths triggering specialized retinal receptors called melanopsin receptors. These then send signals to your brain's master clock in the hypothalamus, setting dozens of biological processes in motion. This precisely timed light exposure influences hormone production, body temperature regulation, digestive enzyme release, and over 150 other bodily processes determining how well you feel and function throughout the day. Robert, a 77-year-old man, struggled with sleep problems and took medication for years. His solution seemed simple: daily walks for exercise and fresh air. However, he took these afternoon walks, completely unaware that morning light exposure has fundamentally different biological effects than light received later. When he shifted walks to morning hours within 30 minutes of waking, he eliminated sleep medication entirely. His transformation illustrates how timing can be more important than the activity itself. Without proper morning light exposure, your brain continues producing melatonin longer than it should, creating a damaging cycle of poor sleep, increased inflammation, and accelerated aging. This disruption affects far more than just how well you sleep at night. Your circadian rhythm influences blood pressure regulation, immune system function, and even how efficiently your body metabolizes food nutrients. Northwestern University research demonstrated seniors with disrupted circadian rhythms show measurably faster rates of muscle loss and cognitive decline compared to those maintaining stable daily rhythms. Implementation is straightforward but requires consistency and proper technique. Step outside within 30 minutes of waking and spend 10 to 15 minutes in natural morning light, even on cloudy days. The key detail many miss: avoid wearing glasses, sunglasses, or contacts during this exposure if possible, as glass and plastic filter out specific light wavelengths needed for circadian reset. Light must enter through your eyes to be effective. Skin exposure alone won't reset your internal clock. If weather absolutely prevents outdoor exposure, sitting near a window provides some benefit, though roughly 50% less effective than direct outdoor light. For those in extremely northern regions with limited winter sunlight, medical-grade light therapy boxes designed specifically for circadian regulation can serve as helpful substitutes, though natural light remains superior when available. Benefits compound over time, creating increasingly stable sleep-wake cycles supporting every aspect of health. Within a week of consistent morning light exposure, most seniors report falling asleep more easily and waking more refreshed. Within a month, many experience improvements in mood, energy levels, and digestive regularity as internal clocks stabilize. Your body's internal clock waits for tomorrow morning's light signal. Make sure you don't miss this critical window again: the 3-minute cognitive priming routine, protecting your mental sharpness. Every morning, your brain loses approximately 28,000 neural connections unless you take specific action to prevent this loss. This isn't exaggeration or scare tactics. It's based on solid neurological research into brain plasticity in aging adults. The remarkable discovery is that a simple 3-minute morning routine can not only prevent this loss, but actually reverse it. Yet 91% of seniors completely ignore this opportunity, missing the single most important window for cognitive preservation. Harvard Medical School neuroscientists discovered cognitive priming exercises performed immediately after waking increase neuroplasticity by 37% and improve executive function throughout the day. Early morning hours represent a unique, irreplaceable opportunity for brain training because neural networks are in their most adaptable state, transitioning from sleep to wakefulness. This enhanced adaptability occurs due to elevated levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, often called miracle-grow for brain cells, which peaks shortly after waking and gradually declines throughout the day. Margaret, an 85-year-old woman, demonstrated this principle's power during hip surgery recovery. While physical therapy was postponed during recovery, she maintained her morning cognitive routine. Despite the high-risk period for cognitive decline, often accompanying major surgery and reduced activity in seniors, her mental function remains sharp and even improved during recovery. Her experience shows cognitive exercises can maintain brain function even during physically challenging periods. The damage of skipping morning brain activation creates cumulative deficit, accelerating cognitive decline, and increasing dementia risk by 29%, according to National Institute on Aging longitudinal studies. Each morning represents a critical opportunity to engage your brain's plasticity mechanisms, either positively through deliberate activation or negatively through passive activities, failing to stimulate neural growth. The insidious nature of this damage isn't immediately apparent, which is precisely why so many seniors neglect this habit until cognitive changes become noticeable, at which point significant neural connections have already been lost. The solution is the 3-3-3 morning challenge. Solve one simple math problem, recall one detailed memory, learn 3 new words, all within 3 minutes total. This precise combination activates multiple brain regions simultaneously, creating what neuroscientists call cross-connectivity that strengthens overall cognitive resilience. Math problems activate logical reasoning centers. Memory recall strengthens hippocampal networks essential for information storage. Vocabulary learning builds language centers. The specific 3-minute time frame is based on research showing brief, intense cognitive engagement is more effective than longer passive activities. To implement effectively, prepare materials the night before. A math problem from a book or app. A memory prompt such as, recall your 25th birthday in detail. 3 new vocabulary words with definitions. The cognitive protection this habit provides is both immediate and cumulative. Within hours, practitioners experience improved mental clarity and sharper decision-making abilities. Within weeks, regular participants report better word recall and increased confidence in cognitive abilities. Within months, the habit creates measurable increases in cognitive reserve, the brain's ability to compensate for age-related changes or minor injuries. I've practiced this habit since age 70 and credit it significantly for my continued mental acuity at 94. Your brain's neural connections form or fade with each morning's choices. Make sure you're strengthening them tomorrow. Strategic mobility sequence, movement that heals instead of harms. Most seniors unknowingly sabotage independence by following outdated morning exercise advice that actually increases joint damage in people over 70. Traditional stretching routines were designed for younger bodies and can be actively harmful for aging joints and tissues. Mayo Clinic research shows a startling contrast. Performing wrong morning movements increases inflammation by 31%, while a targeted 6-minute mobility sequence reduces pain and stiffness by 44% within just 2 weeks. This dramatic difference exists because aging connective tissue requires a fundamentally different approach to movement, respecting its changed biological properties. After age 70, collagen fibers become less hydrated and more cross-linked, meaning they need gentle, progressive warming rather than aggressive stretching often recommended in fitness magazines or videos targeted at younger adults. The conventional wisdom of stretch it out can actually create micro-damage in older adults, accelerating the very joint problems you're trying to prevent. Thomas, an 84-year-old man, provides a powerful example of this principle. He had been faithfully following a stretching routine from his 50s, unaware it was contributing to his mobility decline and increasing need for a walker. When he replaced his harmful morning routine with the strategic sequence I'll describe, he was able to reverse walker dependence and regain functional independence. His transformation illustrates how right movements can restore function while wrong ones accelerate decline. Common morning stretches like toe touches and neck rolls create significant microdamage in older adults. Deep forward bends place excessive pressure on spinal discs already losing hydration with age, while rapid neck movements can compromise blood flow through vertebral arteries typically narrowed in older adults. Even seemingly gentle movements like sitting twists can create dangerous shearing forces on spinal facet joints if performed immediately upon waking before tissues reach optimal operating temperature. The solution is the inside-out mobility sequence. gentle shoulder rotations, seated marching, doorway chest expansions, supported squats, ankle circles, performed before breakfast. This sequence follows physiologically sound progression, first increasing core body temperature and blood flow to major muscle groups before challenging joint ranges of motion. Order is crucial because it respects how aging bodies need to warm up gradually and systematically. Begin with seated shoulder rotations, keeping arms relaxed at sides and making small circles, gradually increasing in size for 30 seconds. This activates upper body circulation without stressing shoulder joints. Progress to seated marching, alternating lifting knees while seated on firm chair for 1 minute to engage core stabilizers and increase lower body blood flow. Move to doorway chest expansions by standing in doorway with hands at shoulder height on either side, then gently leaning forward for 30 seconds to counteract forward posture many seniors develop. Continue with supported squats, holding onto counter or sturdy chair while bending knees only as far as comfortable for 1 minute. This activates largest muscles in your body and stimulates metabolic activity safely. Finish with seated ankle circles, extending one leg and rotating foot clockwise and counterclockwise for 30 seconds per foot to improve lower extremity circulation and ankle mobility, critical for fall prevention. Your joint health is largely determined by how you move in the first 30 minutes after waking. Most seniors notice immediate improvements in morning stiffness within first few days of implementing this sequence. Within 2 weeks, cumulative benefits typically include improved posture, reduced pain with daily activities, and increased confidence in movement. After a month of consistent practice, many report significant functional improvements in activities previously causing discomfort, such as getting in and out of cars or reaching for overhead items. This mobility sequence has been the foundation of my physical independence since my late 80s, allowing me to maintain household activities many of my peers abandoned long ago. Protein timing nutrition protocol, fueling muscle preservation. The breakfast you eat tomorrow morning will either preserve your muscle mass or accelerate its loss by 23%, regardless of how much protein you consume throughout the rest of the day. This finding from American Journal of Clinical Nutrition research challenges conventional nutrition advice, focusing on total daily amounts rather than strategic timing. The truth is, when you eat protein, matters just as much as how much you eat, especially for adults over 70. Tufts University Human Nutrition Center on Aging researchers discovered protein timing, not just amount, determines whether seniors maintain muscle mass or experience rapid sarcopenia. After age 60, your body develops what scientists call anabolic resistance, meaning you need both more protein and more precisely timed protein consumption to stimulate muscle maintenance. Most seniors consume their largest protein portion at dinner when the body's ability to synthesize muscle is already declining, while eating carbohydrate-heavy breakfast when protein synthesis potential is at its peak. Barbara, a 90-year-old woman, provides a compelling example of this principle in action. She had been experiencing 2 years of declining strength and increasing frailty, despite eating what she considered a healthy diet. Her transformation came when she simply changed when and how she consumed protein. She had been eating traditional breakfast of toast, fruit, and coffee, a common pattern providing virtually no support for aging muscles. Within months of implementing proper protein timing, she reversed her strength decline and regained functional capacity she thought was lost forever. The typical senior breakfast creates dangerous blood sugar fluctuations that increase inflammation, accelerate muscle loss, and compromise cognitive function for the entire day. Starting your day with carbohydrate-dominant foods triggers an insulin response that actually inhibits your body's ability to burn fat for the next several hours. More critically, it fails to provide essential amino acids needed during morning hours when muscle cells are most receptive to growth signals. For seniors, this missed opportunity is particularly costly because the anabolic window, time when muscles are primed for protein synthesis, narrows with each passing decade. Your body becomes increasingly selective about when it will respond to protein intake, making morning hours absolutely crucial for muscle preservation. Missing this window doesn't just mean you're not building muscle, it means you're actively losing it at an accelerated rate. The solution is consuming at least 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within 30 minutes of completing your morning mobility sequence, prioritizing eggs, Greek yogurt, or protein smoothie with added collagen. This specific amount is based on research that's showing seniors need approximately 30 grams of high-quality protein in a single meal to overcome age-related anabolic resistance and stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Spreading smaller amounts throughout the day is significantly less effective than this concentrated morning dose. Timing after your mobility sequence is intentional and scientifically based. Light physical activity increases blood flow to muscles and primes them to utilize protein more efficiently. For practical application, this might mean 2 eggs with cottage cheese, Greek yogurt with added protein powder mixed in, or a smoothie containing whey or plant protein plus collagen, which provides specific amino acids supporting joint and skin health. It's crucial to avoid combining this protein with high glycemic carbohydrates like white bread or sweet fruits, which can blunt muscle-preserving effects. Your body's anabolic window opens fresh each morning. Don't waste tomorrow's opportunity for cellular repair and muscle maintenance. Effects of implementing this protein timing protocol are both immediate and progressive. Within days, many seniors report improved energy levels throughout morning hours and better appetite regulation. Within weeks, most notice improvements in grip strength and reduced fatigue during daily activities. After 3 months, research indicates measurable preservation or even increases in lean muscle mass compared to steady declines in those maintaining traditional breakfast patterns. I've followed this protein timing protocol religiously since my mid-80s and credit it substantially for maintaining functional strength well beyond what most of my peers experience. Mindful breathing reset, your stress antidote. Chronic stress accelerates aging more rapidly than smoking or poor diet combined. Yet most seniors start their day in fight or flight mode without realizing it. A simple 4-minute breathing practice each morning can reverse this damage and literally slow your biological aging clock. Research from Harvard's Benson Henry Institute shows specific breathing patterns reduce inflammatory markers by 43% and improve cardiovascular function in adults over 65. The beauty of this practice is its immediate accessibility and profound long-term impact. Stress hormones like cortisol destroy muscle tissue, impair immune function, and accelerate cognitive decline. Morning stress sets a destructive tone for your entire day, keeping your nervous system in a heightened state that prevents healing and repair. Patricia, an 89-year-old woman, discovered this after years of morning anxiety attacks. Her doctor prescribed medications, but she chose to try intentional breathing first. Within 2 weeks, her anxiety significantly decreased, and after 3 months, her blood pressure normalized completely. The technique is deceptively simple but scientifically precise. Sit comfortably with feet flat on floor, hands resting gently on your knees. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, allowing your belly to expand naturally. Hold your breath gently for 3 counts. Exhale through slightly pursed lips for 6 counts, allowing all tension to release with your breath. This 4-3-6 pattern activates your parasympathetic nervous system, switching your body from stress mode to healing mode. Practice this for exactly 4 minutes each morning, immediately after your protein intake. The timing is crucial because it helps your body transition from the natural cortisol rise that occurs upon waking to a more balanced, restorative state. Your breath is your most powerful tool for controlling your aging process. Use it wisely every morning. Gratitude and intention setting, your mental compass. Your thoughts literally reshape your brain and influence your biological age. Harvard research spanning over 20 years found that seniors who practice daily gratitude have 23% lower levels of inflammatory markers and live an average of 7 years longer than their peers. This isn't positive thinking fluff. It's neuroscience. The final 2 minutes of your morning routine should focus your mind on appreciation and intention. Begin by acknowledging 3 specific things you're genuinely grateful for. Not generic statements, but detailed appreciations. Perhaps the warmth of sunlight on your face, a phone call from a grandchild, or simply the gift of another day to make a difference. Then set one clear intention for how you want to show up in the world today. This practice literally rewires neural pathways associated with resilience, optimism, and longevity. Studies show seniors who end their morning routine with gratitude and intention setting have significantly better outcomes in everything from cardiovascular health to cognitive function. Your mind is your most powerful longevity tool. These final moments of morning reflection ensure you're directing that power toward vitality rather than decay. Your path to exceptional aging. These 7 morning habits aren't complicated health secrets or expensive interventions. They're simple biological alignments that honor your body's natural rhythms and work with rather than against the aging process. I've maintained my independence at 94, not through extraordinary means, but through ordinary habits performed consistently. Your body has the same remarkable capacity for resilience at any age when you provide the right inputs at the right times. The morning hours represent your greatest opportunity for biological optimization, setting the trajectory for your entire day and ultimately the quality of your aging experience. Each morning offers a fresh chance to either support your body's natural healing and maintenance processes or to inadvertently work against them. The choice you make tomorrow morning will either contribute to your long-term vitality or to the gradual decline that too many people accept as inevitable. The power of these habits lies not in their complexity, but in their consistency. Small, scientifically based actions performed regularly create profound changes over time. The difference between aging gracefully with independence and struggling through declining years often comes down to these crucial first moments of each day. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make tomorrow morning. Which of these habits will you implement first? Your journey to exceptional aging begins with your next sunrise.